Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining me again for another video. I'm so glad that we can get moving on with Deadpool 2. Well, last time we actually did the Star Wars Holiday Special, but now we're back on track finishing off Deadpool 2. Matt, if I recall, did not actually care for the first Deadpool. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to going to this one. Matt, going into the second one, what are you thinking?
Oh, you're starting out with me? Okay, this is weird. All right, usually it goes to Jenna or Jen or something like that. So, I'm sorry, I'm not used to being the first. What am I thinking about Deadpool 2? I have high hopes. Watching it the second time around, there was a little bit more warmth that I had. I know what to expect. As bad as it sounds, I can sort of lower the bar of the expectations. That's actually a good thing because I'm not let down, if that makes sense. I go in with like, all right, like I understand what I'm gonna kind of get, and maybe I can reach for more of those Bygone Gem moments, more of those good things. So I got high hopes. By the way, check out the 30 I'm just kidding, I get it.
This takes place in the X-Men universe. I think the time this came out, they were wrapping up the First Class, Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse era time. So
I have no idea which one is which because of how jumbled all that is in my brain.
Yeah. Dark Phoenix, yeah, no big.
Okay, yeah, Dark Phoenix, I remember that one. It's about the girl.
Right. That's the one. Jen, going into this one, I think you like Deadpool 1. What do you think going into the second one?
I really liked the first one, but actually I'm reversed from Matt. I'm concerned about this one because I usually find that I like the first one and then the sequel is just not up to par. So I'm a little concerned it's not gonna be as good, but if it has the same humor, I think I'll like it because I really, really liked that part of the first. But either way, it's gonna be better than Star Wars Christmas Special, so I'm good.
If you just always go in thinking you're gonna be let down, the bar is just automatically higher. It's actually great psychology.
All right, Pastor, what about you? You got your Deadpool shirt on. What are you thinking going into the second one?
What's up, my guy? I actually got two shirts on, bud. Look at this. Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away because we have two people that haven't seen it. One who doesn't believe spoilers, but one who might. I actually had, like, my expectations were pretty high for this one because the first one was so, like, well done, I guess, with, you know, it being a super fan service, probably the most fan service movie of all time in my lifetime. We had so many expectations and the first one kind of exceeded them. So the second one was just like, are we going to get an Empire or are we going to get like a Blade 2 where it was trying really hard and it kind of fell flat in a lot of areas. I haven't seen this movie a lot, but I was really happy with the cast that they got for the newer characters. It's kind of hard to do that and get that right. Overall, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest for me, but I definitely want to watch it with different, with the My Friend Watches eyes and get another, you know, take on it, I guess.
When he says, I haven't seen it a lot, I was immediately confused. Because, like, when I see a movie, like, that's pretty much the last time I see the movie is the one time I see it. So when he says I see it a lot, I had to retrain my brain and be like, oh yeah, he watches movies like 800 times a piece on top of watching 800 movies.
You're actually the weird one in this case because all of us watch movies more than Jen does as well. We watch movies over and over. I don't know about you, Jenna. Do you?
No,
Matt watches the same movie
Wait a
over
minute.
and over. Except it's just one movie
Exactly,
that he just
yeah.
watches over and over and over and over again.
Leave that because they're gonna want to know. Nope, not gonna answer. No.
What is the one movie?
Well, I'm just gonna leave that.
It's Christmas Vacation.
Come on, Jenna.
Jenna, what are you thinking going into Deadpool 2?
Yeah, we want your opinion, damn it.
Hopefully I'm more used to the corny comedy this time around. I'll try not to be so judgy with that, and hopefully they were able to afford more than two X-Men that we've never heard of this time. So yeah, I have high hopes, I guess.
And then Jeremy, what are you thinking going into this one, man?
I kind of like where Jen's head is at with this one. If you expect the sequels to be slightly less good than the original, typically you're not going to be let down. I do know with Deadpool 2 that actually a lot of people prefer this one. We'll talk afterwards about whether or not I'm in that camp. I do like the fact that they brought in some characters that most X-Men fans probably weren't expecting to see in this one. Got multiple roles by Ryan Reynolds. I'm looking forward to kind of feeling out what everybody thinks about it afterwards.
All right, well, let's go ahead and just get into it. Deadpool 2.
Oh my God.
Well, guess what, Wolvie? I'm dying in this one, too.
Well, let's see Captain America do that.
Because I know what you're thinking. I'm so glad I left the kiddos at home. And believe it or not, Deadpool 2 is a family film.
Happy anniversary, baby. Open. Ski ball token.
Our first date.
Yep. Well, that's
That's just the most beautiful thing that I don't know what this is.
Baby factory's open for business.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I want a boy or a little girl. Definitely one or the other. Family was always an F word to me. But here's the thing: isn't that how it always works? Like in Star Wars, men are destined to become their father, and then have consensual sex with their sister.
Jesus.
I don't remember this.
George Michael was right. I'm never gonna dance again. Fuck. He's dead too. At least we still have Bowie.
Mr. Paul David Bowie is still at this.
We do.
The cure for blindness.
Listen to the pain. It's both history teacher and fortune teller.
Oh.
Pain teaches us who we are, Wade. Sometimes it's so bad we feel like we're dying. But we can't really live till we die a little, can we?
You can't just dust off one of the famous X-Men. How about that putz with the giant pigeon wings? What are those doing? Snatch up the nearest muffin crumb? We were gonna start a family.
This may not be family you want, but it's family you need.
I'm so happy.
Okay.
A mutant boy is appearing to have some sort of an incident with police here behind me.
We're the X-Men, dated metaphor for racism in the 60s. So, respect. At ease, it's Russell, right?
Fire Fist.
Fire Fist. Ooh, that's a great name. Where does it burn? Just the fist or all the way up to the elbow? Superhero landing coming up. Oh, fuck. Oh, this... What's that do?
Power dampening collar. Shuts down all mutant abilities.
4 or 5 moments. I'm sorry? 4 or 5 moments.
Oh, God.
Doing the ugly stuff no one else will do.
Oh, my God!
I fight for what's right, and sometimes you gotta fight dirty.
You let me down for the last time, mate.
First thing I'm gonna do when I get out of here, burn that headmaster alive, and then take a selfie with a smoldering corpse.
Aw, it's like my favorite part of the Bible. With this collar on, my superpower is just unbridled cancer. Give me a bow and arrow, I'm basically Hawkeye.
Searching. Cell 04 located.
Hello, Russell.
Wow, that's so trippy to see his face and hear his voice.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
My name's Cable. I'm from the future. Just walk away.
I have 3 questions then. 1, is dubstep still a thing?
Dubstep's for pussies.
You're so dark! You sure you're not from the DC universe? I love dubstep! In every film, there's a moment when the hero hits rock bottom. In Cool Runnings, it was when John Candy's prize bobsled broke. In Human Centipede, it was when those people signed on to be in that movie. But in this film, maybe I couldn't save Vanessa, but maybe I can save a robust teenager from New Zealand. We need to build a fucking team. They need to be tough, morally flexible, and young enough to carry this franchise 10 to 12 years.
It's time to get back on LinkedIn.
I know you're in there. Maybe I can get you out of here. Where
Superpowers?
I can distort electrical fields.
Oh my God, what is he not in?
I know, right?
Oh, Pennywise.
Yeah.
Like, so you have the last but not least, Peter. Any powers you want to tell us about? Any,
No, I don't have one. I just saw the ad.
You're in. Yeah.
He has an ass pen. He'll stab you with it.
An ass pin.
I don't know much about this Cable fella, but I guarantee he hasn't killed as many people as melanoma has. We're getting close.
As a former from now on, we'll be known as X-Force.
Yeah. Isn't that a little bit Call of Duty action right here?
Right?
Man.
Warzone, dude?
Yeah, right. Oh God! Oh God! You idiot!
Really? All right, we can do this with 4.
Oh my God!
They're headed into the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
I missed it.
You killed Black Tom, you racist son of a
Yeah.
Knock, knock. That's my boy.
Russell, you're okay? Oh, thank God. Oh my God! Juggernaut! Oh! I think we may have found your cosmic reason for being here.
I'm pretty sure this isn't it.
Why wouldn't you cover that up? A warrior does not. But you do.
But if you know so much, why not travel back to when he was a baby? Kill him then. Or better yet, head back a little further. Kill baby Hitler.
The longer I travel, the harder it is to control. I got 2 charges, one to get me here, one to get me home.
Well, that's just lazy writing.
Boys,
Give me a chance to save him.
what?
You said once he kills someone, he gets a taste for it. If we can get to him before that happens, promise you'll give me a chance to put him on a different path.
So you wear that helmet because your brother tries to read your mind?
Yeah, but he's in a wheelchair, so even Steven.
Russell! You don't need to do this! Let's talk! Zip it, Thanos. We have a deal and you
Jesus.
Hey, big guy! The sun's getting real low!
It's time to fight dirty.
Time to sweep the leg, Johnny.
Big CGI fight coming up! Oh my God, did you feel that too?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster! Go away!
Even runs like a fucking pervert.
There are people in this fucking world besides him who will treat you right.
It isn't too late. Don't do it.
You sacrificed yourself for me.
Yeah, but it was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, please, just don't leave me. I don't want to die without an audience.
We are not going anywhere.
Oh, God. No, I hope the Academy's watching.
Before I go, sorry, I got a bit more in me. Say fuck for me. No big deal. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Wow. Enjoy hell, swamp mouth. Family is not an F word. All right? There's one out there for you. Just keep looking, okay?
Sorry I'm late. There's a bunch of handy-capable children who are stuck in
No.
a tree. No. But I did have to help a kid.
What is it? What's wrong?
It's not time.
What do you mean it's not time? I'm here. I made it.
You can't stay.
No. I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere without you. Time to make the chimichangas. Well,
What are you doing? Somebody swiped right.
huh. Genuine high-grade lead.
You used the last of your fuel. What about your girl, your wife?
No, my family's safe. And I didn't do it for you.
All you dirty mutants are gonna rot in hell with the boy! Your souls are beyond redemption! The day of reckoning is here!
I want some more. I bet you do, Brown Panther.
Whistle be.
Oh my God!
What do you get when you take 8 feet of chrome, 1 pinch of courage, a cup of good luck, a dab of racism, a splash of diabetes, and a wheelbarrow full of stage 4 cancer? A family.
Something so small generates enough energy to reverse time.
Oh, just fix it, 11, or I'll take it to the Genius Bar.
Got him. Oh, dude.
Definitely naming our kids Cher!
It's a hot man, that's the best part.
Because everyone hated that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I've heard. I've heard that it sucks.
All right, just finished watching Deadpool 2. Really funny. For some reason, when we first went into this, I remember liking the first Deadpool more. I remember thinking it was funnier. But when we watched this together, I was just cracking up, dying. I feel like more than I did when we watched the first Deadpool together. So I don't know. I'm at a loss as where I stand right now. Jeremy, what about you, man? How are you feeling after we just watched it?
I'm really glad you said that, man, because it was kind of the same situation. Like, I mean, if you play it back and look at my reaction going into this, I was very much expecting for the first one to be the one that I prefer. It might be. There's like a little bit more of an emotional center in the first one. The script might be a little bit tighter and kind of all center around that kind of time jumping element. But this one is so funny. Like, the jokes are super enjoyable. I got a huge kick out of watching Jenna react to this, because when we watched the first one, I feel like maybe everybody hadn't got calibrated to the sense of humor that they were going to be expecting out of the movie. There were a couple lines in this one in particular, and when the kid says, "Damn, it feels good to be a gangster," and Jenna started cracking up, I was like, is that the best line in the movie? I don't even know anymore, right? But it was just a lot of fun. I feel like we all were vibing off of each other and vibing off of the script. And yeah, there's some jokes in this that really don't land, but I saw many smarter people in the comment section than myself just kind of say, like, that's the point of Wade. Like, he's supposed to be obnoxious. He's supposed to be over the top. And if some of his jokes get on your nerves, that's like really true to the character. So I had a really good time with this. My favorite scene the first time around, as well as my favorite scene this time around, is the X-Force thing.
Yeah.
Like, Pastor, myself, Holden, comic book fans, like, X-Force was one of the first comic book series that I collected. And I could see people seeing this scene and being like, oh, what a disrespect to our favorite characters. But I just thought it was so funny and such a subversion of expectations to say, hey, you remember the X-Force? They're all dead. You know what I mean? Within just a couple minutes, we get the Brad Pitt cameo. This movie's a lot of fun. I also love the fact that David Leitch like really leans into the action choreography this time. Juggernaut's a cool character. I had a lot of fun all the way around rewatching it.
The plane sequence is the funniest sequence of both movies, in my opinion. It was just absolutely hilarious. Just like we're getting built up, hyped up, and just watching them all like die in a different way. It actually reminds me of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, when the kids like run through and it's just, okay, sorry, yeah. Just the subtle things that they do, like having the shots of them all falling, and like Peter just being like a normal dude, and then they show like the shot of just the backpack for Vanisher. Just hilarious. Pastor, how did you feel about it watching with the gang?
Honestly, I really enjoyed this more this time around. I don't know if it's the second or third time I've seen it. The first one was good. It started it all. A lot of that stuff comes with the first movie in a franchise like this, or like, you know, with sequels and whatnot. This one, actually, I think it was better. Objectively, I think it was better. I think the humor was a lot less forced, and it just flowed a little bit better with the plot. My two problems with it were they were close, but they still didn't get Juggernaut right. I was talking about it, about the armbands being the whole purpose of it. X3, it was worse, but but this still wasn't perfect. Kind of like Batman, you know, they haven't nailed Batman completely. You still get to see the pupils. Nobody's done it right. So when they make Batman look like Deadpool with the white eyes, then I'll say Batman's perfect. So it's the kind of same thing with Juggernaut. That, and also I was able to get the movie when it first came out, the super duper deluxe edition on Blu-ray. And my only problem is that it came out on May 4th or 6th. Did not come out on May 5th, which is Cinco de Mayo, and as we know, Deadpool loves Mexican food, so I think that was a bit of a miss there. That was so close that I don't know why they did that way. Other than that, this it's great.
Jenna, how did you feel about this?
I still didn't get all the humor, and I understand that the point is that some of the humor was a little too corny. I was just sitting here reading up on how they got Brad Pitt in this movie. He didn't get paid, it seems like. He just had a cup of coffee with Ryan Reynolds and agreed to do it, and it was 2 hours worth of work for him.
What a badass move, seriously.
Yeah.
That's when you know you love film. That's
Yeah.
when you know you love what you do. I love that so much.
My dad worked with him, and I could vouch for that. He's a great guy.
What?
We don't have time to go into that story right now.
Yeah, he was cast in post-production. The dying scene was so uncomfortable. It was so long, and I know that was the point. And then the mood shifted when he actually died, and I felt like maybe I didn't get this movie because I didn't feel emotional at all, but I felt everyone else like get really heavy. And then when it changed to the scene in their apartment and he crossed the barrier, that got me emotional. And I was like, okay, so this movie made me laugh out loud, which I really don't ever do. Also, I'm disappointed in the rest of you because I laughed out loud and I was the only one that laughed out loud.
Because you laughed at the dumbest shit, as usual.
When the kid said, damn, it feels good to be a gangster, I laughed out loud, and then I looked. No one else thought it was funny. I like this movie a lot more. I don't know if it's because we were better calibrated to what to expect with Ryan Reynolds acting in this movie, but I really like it better. I think the storyline had all the emotions. It had, the feel-good family aspect. He went back and, saved the kid after he made a mistake. And, he lost his girlfriend, but, they were reunited briefly at the end. And there wasn't, super long, annoying fight scenes, in my opinion. And we got to see Brad Pitt. It was great.
So with the time travel thing and him being reunited with Vanessa, I feel like they immediately undid that with him going back in time and saving her, because that moment never would have actually happened anymore, according to the time travel rules of this movie. However, I do think that him going back to X-Men Origins, since we've all seen it now, so there's context there, hilarious. Him shooting Ryan Reynolds with the Green Lantern script, hilarious. We haven't seen Green Lantern yet, but hilarious. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. The end part there where he's dying and coming back, and then Cable going back in time, I thought was a little drug out when I first saw it in theaters. Aside from just the humor aspect of it being drug out, I was just like, all right, it's time, guys. Jen, what did you think about this movie?
For the first portion, I still was very much thinking, oh, I like the first one better. But as it went on, and when the X-Force came together, that was it. That was the entire reason why I liked this one. And the humor. Just the humor was on point to me. I thought it was much better than the first one. I also liked the addition of some of the characters, like Domino. I really, really liked her. And Cable. I liked how he started out as kind of, a bad guy, and then he became part of the team, and I really liked that dynamic. I also liked the symbolism of the token. It said no cash value on it, both, for his girlfriend and the fact that it ended up saving his life. So I really, really liked that, kind of echoing what people were saying about the ending with him dying. I thought it was over and then he came back or whatnot, so it was definitely drug out for a little bit too long. But I'm very surprised that I ended up liking it more than the first one, but I think the humor was just on point, so I really, really liked it.
That's good. I have to reassess whether I like this one or the first one more again. I think I only saw this one once, maybe twice, but I remember thinking distinctly that I liked the first one more. I don't know anymore. I laughed throughout this one, I feel like, more than I did the first. Matt, coming back around to you, man. What did you think of Deadpool 2?
There's so much good in this. But
you were cracking up.
I was cracking up. I was cracking up, but they really, really screwed up. At the end, and with this time travel crap, and then he's dying, he's not dying. Of course you knew I was gonna point that out.
All right, well, okay.
I mean, it just, you know, it bugs me. You know, it bugs me. This is why I do not believe that there really is death in these superhero movies. It takes away the gravity from the situation. I understand that this is comical. This is much lighter. It's not MCU, holy crap. But I don't know. That bugs the hell out of me. Having said that, there were actually Bygone Jim moments in this thing. Really, really good. Which I know that, like, they are intentionally doing these moments in almost a joking fashion too, but I don't, it works. Pain tells us who we are. It was so good. And this is what happens when you're in My Friend Watches after a year and trying to write it down so quickly. I was trying to write down one more line that was right after that, but because I was texting and watching, I got can't really lovey, tick, weave, fleas a little. So not sure what that line was. That'll never be known. But there was another Bygone Jim moment that was fantastic in there, but it'll never be known.
It's both history teacher and fortune teller.
There were so many jokes that landed so well. Time to get back on LinkedIn. I think the funniest just came out of nowhere, slap you in the face line was, I don't know who this cable guy is, but he's never killed as much as melanoma. Uncontrollable laughter. The X-Force part where they're jumping out, the build-up, the AC/DC, such great placement. It really got me like in it. I was like, let's do it. And I hadn't felt that since the MCU. I felt it. I was hoping it was coming that Homeboy was gonna die, like the average Joe guy that jumped out. I was like, I hope he dies, because that's so gonna be what they do. The fact that they killed every single one of them off the rip was just so unexpected. They did it so well. I think that scene was probably the funniest, like, conglomerate of the entire movie. I love Domino, just like Jen said. Her power, it doesn't bother me. No, her power doesn't actually bother me.
I'm still laughing about what you were just saying. I keep thinking of that scene where he's going down into the helicopter. And he like sees it coming and he like can't stop.
Look, this is how funny this scene is. Like, we want to continue talking about it to relive it. Like, it was that funny. When Brad Pitt, like the flash of Brad Pitt, I fell over into Jeremy's lap just because I didn't see that. I was just...
Yeah, that's why you did that.
Out of nowhere. Oh, wow, okay. Different channel now. Verification badge gone. There were only 2 lines that I really felt didn't land. And it was in the very beginning, whenever he said, it's when Wade was right in the face of somebody's crotch and he was like, Camp Master Kevin, did not land at all. And then the other one that didn't land, coincidentally, is Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster, which is the only thing Jenna laughed at. At the very end, I actually I teared up. I didn't drop a tear, but I got teared up when he said, there are people in this world that will treat you right. And I feel like that's just so relatable. And it hit me.
Gotta find your F word, man.
Family isn't an F word. There's one out there for you. You just have to keep looking, and that persistence of looking for good. Like, I felt that so much. So had it not been for the ending and like the time warp, and then like he's dead, he's not dead, dragging that last scene out, I probably would have given it a higher rating.
One thing that we kind of overlooked when we did the first one was the serious aspect of the relationship between Wade and Vanessa, because we get so caught up in the humor. This one, we're kind of doing the same thing when it comes to what you were saying with the Bygone Jim moments and the issue of trauma in a person's life, and how he wants like all this revenge on a person, believing that it's not gonna get any better from you. This is what I'm worth, what this guy says that I'm worth. And when Wade says that there are other people that will treat you what you are worth, you know, so it's a weird, serious tonal shift I'm giving now, but it is, I thought that was meaningful. So even in these silly Deadpool movies, you have those little nuggets of something that you can pull from for real. Anyway, switching back over.
I'm actually glad you brought that thing up, because there is a Green Lantern reference. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern. Some people care. You guys, one of you at least cares. I want to talk about the concept of fridging a little bit more on the BTS video that I do. So if you guys want to kind of learn about that trope, head over, check it out on Movies Are Terrible. Holden will share a link down in the description.
All right, we'll go ahead and do ratings. Pat, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. What would you rate this?
For many reasons, this movie rated really high for me. It gave me hope that long shot can be in a movie, because the power of luck does not translate as well on comic books as it does in a movie. So I'm real hopeful for long shot to be in a movie. One thing that kind of took me away, besides the whole Juggernaut, no armband kind of mess up with his character deal, was I don't understand the reference of the first class being at the mansion, because if this movie took place after Logan, they would not be young. So it confused me, and I didn't understand that. But I get for the joke, it made sense. But I mean, it kind of took me out of it for like, a couple minutes.
Jokes like that I always take as the movie just being self-aware, because he's also in the X-Men mansion saying things like, "It smells like Patrick Stewart." It's just one of those things. The movie could have come out, in that universe, and it's just self-aware. Timelines I don't think really quite matter as much in the Deadpool world. That's how I take that. What would you rate the movie?
With all that being said, I enjoyed it enough to give it an 8 to an 8.5. I don't know, like 8.25 maybe. It's definitely better than I think I gave the first one a 7. I didn't think I gave the first one an 8. If I did, then I give this one an 8.5 because I did like it better.
Jenna, what about you?
I really like this movie. I'm very pleasantly surprised. It gave me all the emotions. It had humor, it had sadness, it had family, it had all that. I'll give it a 9.
Okay, that's pretty dang high. Jared, what about you? What would you rate this?
It's kind of an interesting thing where it's like, what do you prioritize in a good movie? Is solid joke writing and humor more important, or is the little bit of pathos and the romance that you get in the first film? Because I do feel that was handled a little bit better the first time around. I really enjoyed the little bit of Marina Baccarin that we get in this film. I think she's fantastic. I think I gave the first one a 7.5, which was like right on par with Holden. I don't really feel comfortable giving this one more or less than that. I want to go ahead and give it the exact same score that I did the original Deadpool.
I'll give mine next. When I went into it, I was thinking around 7-ish for me. Seeing it again with everybody, I don't know if I'm sure it probably is a factor to some degree. I probably will stick to the same as Jeremy, actually, about a 7.5. Same rating I gave the first one, but kind of for different reasons. Where I think that this whole movie was really good, and I think the laughs were harder. I think that the ending dragging on, I think a couple just other nitpicky type of things just didn't let it go beyond. I like them both 7.5, but for different reasons. Jen, what about you?
I think I would give it a 9 as well. I was expecting to laugh in this movie, and I did very much so, more than I thought that I would. And it also kind of exceeded my expectations as far as seeing a follow-up movie. So I really liked it.
And the man of the hour, Matt, what would you rate Deadpool 2?
Before we dive into this, since we're plugging shit, Jeremy, I actually,
me, man.
yeah, because I never plug anything. I actually did a Deadpool workout review. Jenna and I did that, so it actually should be coming out the same day that this comes out. But go check that out. This was really, really good. This caught me by surprise. The only time this has ever happened is when Home Alone 2 came out and really matched Home Alone 1. Don't get at me about Home Alone 3. We're not going there. We're not going there.
Home Alone 3 is a worthy successor of both of those films. Home Alone 3 is a fantastic film, doesn't get the respect that it deserves. Alex DeLynn did a great job, and if it wasn't for your nostalgia goggles, you would be able to see it objectively as a great film on top of that as well. Continue with your rating.
No. It was initially a 9. It's not a 9.
That's not to say I didn't like Home Alone 1 and 2. I think that they were both fantastic films. I'm not taking anything away from that. Just want to say that Home Alone 3 could belong in the pantheon.
I'm giving my rating. This was initially a 9 with the time travel, with all those pieces, how it came out. I'm gonna give this an 8. It had such humor that was so overwhelmingly good, and with such little lines that missed, Did I say that correctly? You know what I'm saying. And even a Bygone Jim moment, I started to welt up. Such a good film. I would watch this again. What?
John Hughes, that's who wrote Home Alone.
No.
He was also
Welt is not the word.
I welted up.
No.
I welted up.
No, that's...
I did.
So you're allergic to the movie.
I welted up.
Great work. John Hughes was the writer. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. Helps my channel out a lot. Make sure to check out everybody's channel here. Their links will be in the description below, as well as whatever they want to plug. Go ahead and check out the channels. Comment down below, letting us know what you think of all of our opinions and what you think of Deadpool 2. Consider subscribing if you want to see more fun content like this. Also consider joining me on Patreon. It's a great way to get early access to select videos like this one. Helps us do our short films and fun stuff like that. Make sure you check out Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers versus Leatherface. Just finished doing that one. As always, we appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.